What's going on, boxing fans? It's Jordan Williams with The Distance. I'm here with another fantasy matchup from WQ8T1. One of my subscribers sent this one to me. I think it's a really good match to look at. But both these fighters are former heavyweight champions. One undefeated, one former cruiserweight champion who became heavyweight champion. This is Evander Holyfield versus Rocky Marciano, eventually pretty much at cruiserweight, because Rocky Marciano, he weighed in usually at 180, 185 pounds, so you can consider him a cruiserweight. But anyway, so I'm actually eating a Jolly Rancher right now as well and talking. But anyway, Evander Holyfield versus Rocky Marciano. I think overall it's a good thought, good matchup. Rocky Marciano, very tough fighter, used to come forward and throw to the body and stuff. But he did have trouble against fighters who could bounce around their toes the same way Evander Holyfield was able to. At cruiserweight, Evander Holyfield was unstoppable. He had that war with Dwight Muhammad Cowie. Couple of my favorite matchups of all time that I've ever seen. Like every time I watch ESPN and I see it and I catch it on, I'll watch it. So, and I haven't really saw it on YouTube, but I do catch it on ESPN Classic when I get the chance. And Rocky Marciano, I've seen a few of his fights. I saw his fight with Joe Louis, Ezra Charles, and Jersey Joe Walcott. So I've seen some Rocky Marciano bouts as well. So I'm familiar with both fighters at pretty much. So this matchup, Rocky Marciano was definitely going to come forward. Holyfield is going to fight from angles. That's how he was at cruiserweight. He fight from angles. I think Holyfield would get brave and stand and trade with Marciano. I think he would get brave and trade with him. But I think that Evander Holyfield's boxing ability was much more superior than Rocky Marciano's. See, Rocky Marciano, I think with him, he really cared about that a lot. Even though he was probably the first heavyweight champion to retire undefeated, he really cared about that I question if he would even beat Floyd Patterson. I think Floyd Patterson had the boxing ability to actually beat him, but the only thing you could question about with Floyd Patterson is his chin. But Floyd Patterson had the boxing ability to defeat him. And I think they were supposed to fight in the 50s sometime, but it never happened. 50s or 60s, something like that. But I see Evander Holyfield staying on the outside and probably later rounds racking up enough rounds to win the matchup by a unanimous decision. Simple as that, because Rocky Marciano, I've never seen Marciano take on a fighter who could bounce on his toes the way Holyfield can. As evident, in his younger years, Holyfield was able to bounce on his toes and move around, and not give Marciano a stationary target, because Marciano did well against fighters who were stationary targets in front of him. And another thing was this: I thought Holyfield was actually a bit faster at heavyweight. Not heavyweight, at cruiserweight. I thought he was a bit faster. I thought he had better hand speed at cruiserweight. That's just my personal opinion, my personal assessment. So I think that Evander Holyfield stays on the outside and gets a decision against Rocky Marciano, because Rocky Marciano was tough as nails. Ezra Charles broke his nose and he kept fighting. And Jersey Joe Walcott, roughed him up a bit too. So I just, it's one of those matchups I can't really analyze much about, because Rocky Marciano was a come forward fighter, kind of like a slugger, brawler type fighter, and Holyfield's an overall boxer. So me, I'm gonna go with the boxer in this situation. I'm gonna say Evander Holyfield, even though I said it 3 times. So I think Evander Holyfield boxes his way to a decision. But anyway, that was The Distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.